Hi, Marcus Edström here, SE Manager for the Nordics and the Benelux region. I get a lot of questions on how to use the PDMS-E, so I wanted to just share with you a basic setup where connecting a Trio device and providing a software update to it, so it will update. One of the first things you would want to do is you want to point your Trio to your PDMS-E instance. You can find what tenant ID you have under provisioning settings. So you will have the tenant ID followed by pdms.plcm.cloud. This information you can then copy and paste into a Trio. You select the server type HTTPS, you put in the server address, and you put in a username and password. This is the default ones, usually the ones that are pre-populated in PDMS and also pre-populated in our phones. However, these can be changed by changing the provisioning account if you want to. Once you have provisioned your phone for PDMS, it will show up in your device management under device monitoring. In this place, I already connected this one. I can see that it's online. I can see it has license. This is one also using a cloud service. I have put the name on it. I can see the public IP address, I can see the private IP address, and I can also see the software version. So there are a few ways you can set what kind of software version you would like to have on your devices. So under profile deployment, you can either have it as a global settings, you can use a device group. So for instance, here I have created a group called Marcus Trio, and in here I also associated this Trio device. So this is a great way of doing it. And also under profiles, I have made a profile that is called Marcus Trio or data software. But you don't need to be that specific. So if I wanted to change to the latest or another, simply by going in here and searching for auto, I get pre-populated software versions. So here I can go down and I can find that I'm currently now running the latest software, the 591 AC. However, if I wanted to downgrade it for any reason, I could go in here, select that, remove the other one from the group, hit update and apply it now. And the next time the phone would go and connect to the provisioning server, which is every third hour, it will then find the software and it will do an update. Of course, you can also do this on a device model level. So here we have a different software version running on the device model, and the device model will override the device group in this case. So this is our demo environment, so there's quite a lot of people in here playing around. You can also do it on a site basis, and you can do it on the device settings. So since I already have something overriding the device group, I will actually go in and also put that software version directly on the device. So let's see. Finding the right device, looking at the profiles, and I can see here that I have another version there. So let's remove that and then go. And I'm going to select the same one that I put into group. So the 10906AB release, and I will add it. And of course, you can also, I also have the latest software from Marcus, so I will remove that and do update. The most common reason for a device that will not do a software update, because this do happen from time to time, is that it's ever been connected into a Skype environment. So in a Skype environment, there is possibility for the Skype server to set the update policy and point the phone to only do device and profile updates and software updates from the Skype server. If you want to know more about this, Jeff Church has made a really good blog about it, naming it device updates with Skype for Business Online. This would override whatever you set in PDMS-E, and there are some ways you can go in and look into your Skype environment to see what you're doing and what kind of software version you are sending out. And there also is some settings you can do to try to get the phone to ignore this, but and they are also in this blog entry. So the best way to get around this is either to find it and do another configuration through PDMS to allow the phone to update, or sometimes the easiest thing is just to do a factory reset of the phone and then start again all over, so you know that you don't have any settings that you don't want to in the phone. Another error that is quite common is also if you after you have done this setting and you try to do an update on the Trio, and when you look into the logs, you can actually see that it says starting provisioning update and it's pointing to the new software version you want. This one is from when I did an upgrade, and you get an error message saying number zip.id is not present. Usually what this means is that there's some misconfiguration on how the Trio is contacting PDMS-E. The easiest way or the best way to check this is again go back to provisioning settings and check your download path. So if you're going directly to the cloud, you have probably an internet site and an enterprise site, and it's sometimes very good to make sure that you have the HTTPS in front of tenant ID to make this work. But once this is all in place, you should be able to do a software upgrade without any problems. If you're using a cloud relay, there is an additional step where you would go in under cloud management, device images, and you would add the image that you want. So it's provisioned to your cloud relay. And you can also see there, if you go under monitoring view and select the cloud relay and view the details, you will see what software versions have been pushed to that device. Again, if you want the software updates to be done through the cloud relay, you would do this under either provisioning settings. So for instance, if you only have like one site, then your download path for enterprise sites would point to your cloud relay. If you have multiple sites, you could then go in and specify for that specific site a download path that is pointing to that cloud relay. So you get your software update from there. So good luck. Hope this little video helped you with the software update.